And it's possible that you can make a mistake and not be a mistake. And when you have found yourself making a mistake, stop. Just stop what you're doing. Pause. Do like David. Say, God, okay, listen, how am I supposed to do this thing? Tell me what I am supposed to do. Pause. And instead of asking God to anoint you, find out what God has anointed and just get in the middle of that. There's an anointing in this department. I want to be here. I have a passion to be here. Listen, your passion is always an indicator as to what God has called you to do. It's really, oh, that's so good. I remember when I learned that for the first time, because I spent so much of my life, I just did whatever I did. Whatever my hands found to do, I knew to be diligent, but I didn't really understand the purpose for my life, because I was just brought up, you serve the Lord, and you serve the Lord with gladness, and you do it because it's your reasonable service. But when I really began to understand the purpose of God for my life, that enlightened my life, because and the way I found out what the purpose of God was is because I just began asking God, help me. And all of a sudden, passion for certain areas, passion for people came alive in me. And before I was ever a pastor anywhere, I said to my husband, I said, God's called me to be a pastor because I have the heart of a shepherd. I knew I was going to be a shepherd. This was probably 5, 6, 7 years before I ever became a shepherd. I knew that because I got a heart for the people. Whatever you have a passion for. And then another reason that I knew that God had called me to preach was because I got tired. I would watch preachers take up an hour and a half of my time and just give me a shotgun message. Shoot something over here and shoot something over there and shoot something straight out there. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, and then you make us stand up and say, we're going home. I have given you an hour and a half of my time and I can't connect anything you have said to me in an hour and a half. See, I have a problem with that. That's why I worked to try to stay focused, because that was always the thing I hated. And I was like, God, is there something? Are you calling me to do something? I was terrified. I was quiet. I was always shy. And you all don't believe that right now, but it is true. But whatever frustrates you is an indication that God is calling you to work in that area.